More now on the festivities in Toronto, and celebrating the 50th anniversary of Toronto Pride is author and parade organizer Hugh Brewster. He helped organize the first Pride parade back in 1972. Hugh, I've been looking forward to this interview since we started discussing it behind the scenes. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah,
Thanks,
oh, shucks. Well, Hugh, when you close your eyes, like, I can't believe it's been 50 years. When you close your eyes, what was it like back then, and you think about it?
Well, you know, I think it's amazing what you got up to at 22, you know. That, you know, we really weren't afraid. I mean, there were only 200 people who gathered for the first Pride parade, and we picked up the signs and so forth outside the Community Homophile Association Center, an old synagogue on Cecil near Spadina, and off we went. And I had a bullhorn, and I was chanting 2, 4, 6, 8, you know, gay is just as good as straight. And some people were wearing masks, you know, because they couldn't be up here in public. But it all seems, you know, incredible to me now.
It really does. And you know what? We're showing pictures from that first. Yeah, it's just awesome. But back then, how did people react to that march?
Well, mostly with indifference. I mean, gay liberation wasn't covered in the media at all. In fact, the Globe and the Star and other papers would never even use the word gay. It wasn't in their lexicon. So, you know, there was a little radio. I think Barbara Frum interviewed me, but there wasn't a lot of coverage until that actual week. And as I describe in an article in the Globe, there was an article in the gay liberation newspaper, Body Politic, by Gerald Hannon that very much upset people. And I was part of the Body Politic, and that broke the press blackout that very week, and people started paying attention. But unfortunately, with that came the backlash.
Yeah, talk a little bit about that. I mean, you think back, and it's really not that long ago, but a lot has changed over 50 years.
Well, it certainly has.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 of the Body Politic collective in 1975, you know, were charged with obscenity, and it took, you know, almost 6 years to clear them of that. And, you know, the Globe editorial that week said, you know, the homosexual pursuit of children is a pernicious and loathsome thing. So those were the kind of words that were being used about gay people back then. I mean, I remember getting the Pride parade permit from the police station, and the cop was very lovely and charming, but then as he handed it over, he said, "You guys are really going to walk out and down the street saying that you're that way?"
Oh.
And I said, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Because it was, to most people in 1972, it was unthinkable that gay people would appear unashamedly in public.
Were you afraid back then?
I wasn't, you know, which is surprising, because there had been a few attacks. The Chat Center had been firebombed, didn't do much damage, and then there was a town hall at the St. Lawrence Center, again hosted by Barbara Frum, and the Western Guard, this right-wing group, came and tear-gassed the event, and I remember Barbara saying, "What is it about this issue?" You know, she couldn't believe it. But yeah, it was happening then. But then with Anita Bryant in 1975 in the U.S., by which time, you know, gay pride and gay liberation had gotten far more notoriety, then the backlash really started, and it's taken years to overcome it.
It just shocks me still. I mean, we're hearing still a backlash today. Does that still shock you?
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
And it's disturbing that on the right in the U.S. with Don't Say Gay and now talking about overruling gay marriage, that's very disturbing. And things that happen in the U.S. tend to come here. So I think the message for all gay people is to hang together. All the stripes of the rainbow, which are often a bit fractious, need to hang together, and because our rights have been hard won, and they can easily be taken away.
Did you ever think the parade would attract an estimated 1.7 million people, from 200 from your first parade to 1.7 million?
Never, never, never. It was beyond imagining. And the fact that banks and schools and even churches would be draped in rainbow colors, and that Gay Pride would have a whole month full of events. No, nobody, I don't think, could ever have imagined that.
When you head out to the Pride Parade today, what are you going to be thinking about?
Well, I'm marching with a group in support of LGBTQ people in Ukraine. That's why I'm wearing this T-shirt. Yeah, and raising money for the LGBTUkraineSupport.com group, because it's never been easy to be gay in Ukraine, but it's particularly tough right now. And of course, if the Russians succeed in invading the whole country, then it's going to be even worse. So Andrew Kushner, who's this remarkable friend and playwright, has raised $80,000, and we're looking to raise more.
Okay, lovely. Hugh Brewster, I was so thankful to talk to you today. What a treat.
Oh, well, me too. Thanks, Hannah.
Okay, enjoy the parade, and thanks for organizing that Pride Parade 50 years ago today.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Hannah.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride to you.